Sorry. That was a bad thing to hear right from the beginning of the stream. Alright, so guess I'm about ready. Let's hope the stream isn't a total disaster like the last one. Just give me a minute to log into YouTube on my phone so I could at least see any potential disaster happening if I have a repeat of the previous situation. Alright, so that should do it. Yeah, no wonder this hotkey is not working at all. I guess I'll just have to do it manually. Okay, I hope audio balance is okay. If there's anyone, I should probably mention this later. Alright, so welcome to my stream, my second stream for today, since I totally messed up on the previous one. So today I am going to be entering the new area that was updated today, which is called Drigan, whatever it is. Can't really tell what's the Korean pronunciation. Anyway, so this is supposed to be the highlands where the giants originated from, and a new role to boss has been added, and a new awakened weapon. I think it was recipe, but anyway, a new awakened weapon similar to terms in power with Dandelion weapons has been updated. A new yellow glove, which is similar to Veg but with higher evasion in exchange for lower accuracy. And why isn't the stream updating at all? I mean, my phone tends to take a while. Right, just give me a second. I really want to avoid a repeat of the previous situation. I'm just gonna try logging into YouTube and seeing if the stream is showing up at all. Okay, so the stream has, my phone tends to take a while. Right, so at least the screen is showing properly. That much is sure. So it's just my phone that's taking forever to update. And as I've heard from that brief moment from my seeing my own stream, it looks like my voice is, there's a lot of static from my voice. I hope, I think I might know why. Alright, hope that takes care of the situation. And right, so where was I? Yeah, so I was talking about the new gloves and new awakened weapon, and also a new accessory has been added. I don't have any information on the accessory at the moment. So as I've mentioned in the previous failed stream, this area used to be piled up with boulders, but they finally got rid of those for this update, and now there's a proper gate that people can use to pass by. Right, so let's begin. I think some of you, some people who've tried to just walking over, trying to test out boundaries in the southeastern area of Calpheon probably already reached at least up to this point. Yeah, somewhere around this point. I mean, I've tried coming here before the update in the past and had a invisible wall around this area, so now we can finally enter and go beyond. And I've mentioned this before, but the forests in this region seems to be more, I don't know, like maybe European based. Anyway, forest based more in terms of real life forest, wherein the forest in Kama Silva looked more like a bright magical fantasy forest. Here we have a lumber mill. I think this place is being run by Calpheon. There seems to be signs of competition between Calpheon and Serendia to see which side can develop this area take claim to as much land as possible before the other does, which is puzzling because I'd say one would think that not dragons, but the giants would have a problem with that. So up to this area, we can see some NPCs here and there. Not a lot or any to interact with, but you can at least see some NPC activity up to this place. But after crossing this bridge, we're not even seeing any non-interactable NPCs. Whereas in Kama Silva, NPCs were practically all over the place. Oh, and I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it again. The fog effect in this area is pretty nice. And now we're going uphill. Alright, so Hero Nero said, is that the gate that was closed and near the Primal Giants area? Yeah, that's the place. Sorry if I'm late with replying even more than the usual. Not only have I moved in recently, which has totally changed my PC settings, but I also just got a new phone 2 days ago and I'm still getting used to it, so for some reason the chat that's supposed to be showing on my YouTube app keeps disappearing. I still haven't figured out how to keep it displaying. Right, so these people kind of look like nomads. But it doesn't seem to be specifically a giant culture. And from here we can... oh, what was that? Hmm, 620 silver. I guess not shabby for such a weak monster. Anyway, we can already see that we're pretty high up. Although I think there's still ways to go. So the first stop will be where the new world boss is apparently supposed to spawn from. So from my previous observations, it looks like the dragons that we're currently seeing here right now are boss scrolls. So I guess there are a boss scroll version dragons, and there's also a world boss version dragon. And from the knowledge that I've gained from this altar, it looks like this one. Yeah, the new world boss's name is Gamos. Apparently, since this place is called Gamos' lair, or maybe Gamos' nest, I guess nest would be too little, would be too much of a word-to-word translation. Oh, I guess so. I guess you get NPC reinforcements for this quest. That's nice. Oh, and another thing that I mentioned in a previous failed stream is that I'm liking the music of this new area. One thing that I didn't like about Black Desert's music was that I don't think the quality itself is bad. It's just that they're just too unpronounced. They don't really give up much of a adventure vibe compared to how massive the world is in this game. Okay, how do I get back up on path? The map, give me a second. I haven't really revealed much of it yet. So I've started from roughly around here. Yeah, here. Came all the way here. So I guess I still have this much to cover. Yeah, so hunting and raising falcons. Definitely a nomadic tribe. Oh, it looks like I've stumbled into the city of this area. Hopefully this isn't the capital. I mean, I was hoping to see where the giants are based at. This doesn't seem to be a giant exclusive city. Right, so apparently this city is called Drigan. An assistant to Marnie? Isn't that the mad scientist guy? Oh, yeah. Totally forgot about that update. Whoa, that's a long way down. Are there any staircase close by? Doesn't seem to be it. Right, where did I leave my horse? Okay, I think I'll just leave my horse here and look around on foot. And for some reason, my YouTube app isn't connecting. I hope that doesn't mean that the stream has died. Stream status is still good. Just give me a sec while I try to reconnect the stream on my phone. Okay, that's better. I gotta say, the dev team at Pearl Abyss is consistently good at creating pretty beautiful cities. Yeah, I'm sure Drigan can also provide some nice spots for those people who like to go around and taking screenshots. And here's the chieftain. The way of the Drigan? No, wait, Drigan is the name of the chiefess. So is she one of those characters that refer to herself in the third person perspective? Anyway, what she's saying is that strength through knowledge, winning through knowledge, not strength, is the way of... I forgot the name. Drigan. So I guess wisdom plays a important role in this culture. Ooh, nice. Didn't expect to see such a detailed interior here. Okay, I'll try to go around more slowly. It's not just an open ceiling, but that's because that's got to get really cold during the nights. Yeah, I don't think this place has the luxury of carving a wide open space like that with glass. Yeah, I was surprised to see a Shy being the leader of a mountain tribe, no less. Yep, just open space. Which means it's gonna get wicked cold during the night. But whatever, I guess the people here are pretty much geared toward cold. Man, I gotta say it again, this city is really pretty. For some reason I like it even more than Kama Silva. And it's certainly more interesting to explore. Alright, so this is the highest point in the city of Drigan, and also the outskirts of the eastern region of the city. I'm just gonna see how high I can go up from this point before going back. Okay, so that must be the lake that's feeding into the waterfall I saw earlier. Why wasn't there a stream of land awakening? Oh yeah, that. I mean, I actually didn't have the time. I was just super busy during February. I actually didn't have a single day off during that month. Which is also why I was like completely absent during practically all over 2018. Okay, before I try to cross this, I wouldn't call it a lake. It's more like a pond in size. These people are quite religious. I'm just gonna first go up to the peak over there and check what I can see. Drigan's castle. So I guess that means there's going to be an invisible wall. Oh no, wait. Yeah, invisible wall. Definitely invisible wall. So I guess this place is going to be a guild war area in the future. Don't see any landmark that indicates a castle. Or maybe it's over here? This doesn't look much like a catalyzer. Anyway, let's go back down. Right, was that a snake? Ah. Oh, and by the way, for all of you watching this right now, thanks for sticking around. I mean, I'm surprised that there's anyone watching this live, since I've been away for so long, and I didn't even set any kind of notification of this stream whatsoever. And it's also a pretty odd time to watch if you're in either North America or Europe. And then again, I guess not so much for Europe. The archivist keeps all records of the courageous Shere Khan. So I guess Shere Khan is the name of some kind of legendary hero of the past. Or maybe that's who they're praying to. Okay, so this guy is praying for good marriage. Just for safely going through today. Going on a hunting expedition tomorrow. So praying in preparation for that. Praying to arrive here safely. That does make sense. I mean, you're already here. And good harvest, of course. I think I'm actually seeing some new types of NPC models here. Right, so this is Marak Farm. Don't think I've discovered the node yet. There it is. I wonder if this place has any resources. Corn and keep forgetting what this is called in English. Barley? Or oat? No, definitely not oat. Okay, so this farm is having problems with crimson wolves. So I'm guessing that means there's a grinding spot with wolves nearby. Yeah, so all these people are praying to Sherikan. Also, I have no idea who that is. And of course, dragons are of a major concern for people in this area, which makes sense. Since they're so close to a dragon nest. My YouTube app is doing that swirly thing again, so I'm not sure if it's updating the chat properly right now. I think it'll be best to take a peek. And okay. And it looks like they have their own brand of ballistas. Ah, so the Crimson Wolves were a race. Fancy. Let's see if the recommended AP is 180. I wonder how much, what kind of level it puts this place at. Let's try to find a similar place. 180, 180. Ah, so kind of like Basilisk. That's a lot higher than expected. Ah, stop it. Right, so it looks like we're looking at a grinding spots that is on par with Basilisk, at least in terms of recommended stats. The monsters seem to be, well, actually, yeah, there seems to be a lot of them, and unlike Basilisk, the terrain is easy to navigate. Don't think any crowd control is working on them. I mean, yeah, it works on the wolves, but not on the humanoids. And since this place isn't too far away from Heidel, I guess I finally found a replacement for Kahaz. Right, so anyway, enough of that, enough of this place. Let's go back to touring the town. And a daily quest too. See how many of it. Skill points, silver ores, and dark essence. No, wait, remnants of dark essence. No, not remnants. There's a better word for it. Residue of dark essence. I guess this is a new ingredient for crafting materials, updated for the new region. Anyway, so gives you combat experience, skill experience, silver ores, and new crafting material. Let's see how many of them they want me to kill. 30 of them. That should be done quickly. Okay, since I am here, let's just finish that daily quickly. So, looks like knockback works on them. Alright, so I take my previous statement back. It looks like crowd control does work on these guys. It's just they must have high resistance to it. Wait, so, but the question is, will the experience there be as good as Gaha's? Well, hopefully. I mean, especially given that the stat requirement is much higher. Yeah, I mean, Gaha's is just at 130. And I've just went there once recently and found that my current stats are just overkill for that region now. Right, so that's a nice bundle of stuff. And probably should pay attention to whatever text that was there. The Crimson Wolves. I've just received a report that the Crimson Wolves were holding something that was similar to the Seed of Darkness. So I guess that's some kind of artifact or something, since it's given a proper name. Anyway, so the reason why they've suddenly become stronger is probably because of the Seed of Darkness. Yeah, so I guess it's some kind of relic or artifact. Right, so let's get back to town, this time for real. Oh, it's like that. Looks like there's a whole string of buildings here that I can explore. Then again, seeing how far away it is from the center of the town and how close it is to the dragon's lair, I'm betting that from this point on it's only going to be ruins. Yeah, looking at that marker, I think I think I'll have to get there by horse. So it looks like they've utilized the 3D map, 3D mini-map that they created for the mobile version of Black Desert, which, by the way, is a lot better than I expected. I mean, they don't really revolutionize the formula of mobile gaming. It's pretty much the generic auto grind stuff, but it's kind of like World of Warcraft, where they don't add anything new, but design the game very well within the given formula. I guess if I can figure out how to record what's happening on my phone, I could do a short video about that in the future. Oh, nice. Walking on the water. Next to the made button, there's a new button. What is it? Oh, this is the character switching function. So from what I've heard, you can set a secondary character which you can like switch between in real time. It's just that, I mean, since you're not really sharing gear, unless you have an extra set of gear lying around, it doesn't really serve any purpose besides an easier way to move around your sub-characters, I guess. Or maybe, well, I guess if you do have a character specifically leveled to do gathering, then I guess you could set that character as a sub-character, and whenever you find some kind of rare ore or any kind of rare gathering material, you can switch to that character to gather the material and then switch back to your main character. Alright, so from what I'm gathering from these soldiers, it looks like Sarah Khan... I always have the hardest time remembering the names of these fantasy world characters. Sarah Khan, yeah. Shere Khan. So I guess Shere Khan was an actual historical figure who's being worshipped as a deity. For whatever heroic exploit the hero managed to do. Guards captain of Duven Krun, Guntama Di Hu. Make sure to behave well because I have an eye on you. One who wants to play the hero has no right to become a commander. I fight only to protect this town and its people. I'm going to have to eventually find a way to get down there. Right, so I guess growing up as falcons here is pretty much the norm as it is for growing up with dogs and cats for us. Is this some kind of prison? Oh. Okay, so I guess the opposite. Something way on the other side. And they've designed a lot of nook and crannies with this city. Right, so here's the bathing area, but where's the entrance to that underground portion? Okay, seriously, where's the entrance? Ah, that was anticlimactic. The warm spring of the Van Kroon. Right, so here's the commerce NPC. Okay, that voice was not fitting. with how this NPC looks. So I remember that people joking that the mountain areas is going to have its own version of a sickness that's apparent in the desert. Thankfully, that doesn't seem to be the case with the actual update. But they did make a commerce item related to it. Alright, new storage. More storage is always welcome. Come to think of it, how many houses does this place have? Not that many, but I want to say 2 little eyes there. Looks like someone's already got into decorating houses for this town. This house was a lot more layered than I expected. Wow, there's a lot of winding paths here. Whoa, that's a lot of pets. Is that it? No staircase? Alright, let's have to step on my pace, because at this rate I'm never going to be able to get through this town and explore any of the other regions and other territory of this place. Right, yeah, that's enough. Sorry. Alright, so that was enough house visiting for today. These people have a really bad habit of creating open spaces in their ceilings. Then again, I guess that it's kind of like an intended design by the developers to kind of reflect how the top of tents look for nomads. Okay, so this is the southeast gate. Crap. It's not like I'm gonna be doing any work in this region anyway. I'm barely getting work for my already existing workers anyway. Since when did they selling these here on NPC vendors? There's a surprisingly high number of businessmen in this town. Okay, I know it said I won't be visiting any more houses, but those will kind of caught my interest. And this one's 3 stories as well. Multiple balconies. But really, how can I enter that really deep pit that which was the first thing that I saw when I entered this town? I still can't see from where I'm supposed to enter. Oh, I wonder what that is over there. Seems to be some kind of construction. I mean, it doesn't seem to be natural. So I guess it's something over here. Oh, and the Shere Khan's grave, or probably tomb, considering his status. So Shere Khan's tomb requires 200 AP and above. Alright, so I honestly didn't think that I would be spending too much time on the stream, but especially with how much time I'm wasting in town, I think this stream is going to go on for quite a while. Okay, I can't possibly spend all my time even exploring even all the outskirt areas. Just kind of quickly skim through and try exploring on my own time. I really need to get out of town and explore the other areas. That's a bad case of visual clipping. They've certainly spent a lot of effort in designing all of these interiors. Right, I think I've seen enough of the town for today. Right, so next order of business would be to figure out how I'm supposed to get down that pit. I guess the most direct would be to just jump down. I wonder if I can call my horse from here. Yeah, too far away. I guess I could eventually figure a way to get back up. That's too steep. Okay, that didn't go down too bad. Altar of Garabishu. That's a new name. Stream of Karnak. The symbols on these the stones here kind of look like the ones that you see in the ancient ruins. It's almost as if there should be some kind of pathway behind these stones. Right, so how do I get back up? Yeah, that definitely is some kind of building or construct. I guess that's going to be my next destination. Unless I'm met by an invisible wall again. Okay, that's closer. Time to get back on the road. And what fortunate coincidence that the pathway leading me would be out through the opposite entrance of the town. Yeah, this place also has a lot of residential areas in the outskirts of the town. Trying to explore the full area is going to take a lot of time. So let's leave this at here for now. Wonder what was that red glow? Wonder if that's a rare gathering material that can be gathered by was a high gathering profession. Oh, is that a new wildlife? Guanaco? Yeah, so higher ranking guys lounging around in a far away place out of sight, and here's two rookies who've just decided to just stay there standing. I'm gonna first see what's up here. Right, that place is a lot farther than I thought. Ah, so here it is. Okay, I've got the strong feeling that this place is going to be walled off by an invisible wall. But I guess it can't hurt to try. Since I have to explore the area anyway. Can't pass up on what looks like a significant landmark. Right, so we're seeing more of those markings by the ancients. How do I get up there? There doesn't seem to be anything up there anyway. I think that was disappointing. Oh. So I guess this is the a miniature version of. Yeah, so here we see a miniature version of what's on the top. Don't tell me that object is actually a tombstone for Shere Khan. Looking at the map, I'm already within the region of Shere Khan's tomb. Whoa, that is one huge statue. And here we can see a lot of other tourists. I can't make out his features. I mean, I think he's human, not a giant. If I can get a closer look this way. Akum? Now who is that? doesn't look like I can get up any higher. Whoa, we're really high up. Now that was reckless. I can see so far away that even with the highest settings, I'm still seeing some unfinished textures. Which direction am I looking at here? Okay, I'm just looking back towards Drigan, so let's see if I can see anything interesting north. Well, compared to how big the monument is, there doesn't seem to be anything anything of significance here, gameplay-wise. But seeing how many people are gathered here, it's pretty obvious that everyone's first idea was to come to the obviously big, obviously massive monument. Maybe if we just go farther away. I might be able to get a better view of the statue. Yeah, I think that's human. Hello, Dioluki. Right, now that's that. Now that's done. Now that that's done, let's try looking into the grinding area and see what kind of monsters await us. Okay, I want to check and see if I can make the approach from this direction. Oh, dead end. Yeah, the new area is really pretty, especially the town. If you've just joined, I'd recommend going back to an earlier point of the stream and check out how the town looks. As pretty as this place is, I'm still quite disappointed that I'm not really seeing a lot of giant-centered themes. Right, so this landmark is specific. This node is specifically named Shere Khan's tomb. So I guess there should be something of significance here. Also explains why there are so many guards out here in the middle of nowhere. Wait, so if this place is specifically Shere Khan's tomb, then what was that huge ass monument over here? I mean, it's got to be related to Shere Khan as well, because I saw a similar looking axe that statue was wielding within close to the entrance of the Venkron as well. So they've got to be related somehow. There's a whole new pathway this way. Looks like I have to get my horse. Come to think of it, today would be a good time to use one of the horse whistles that I've been saving. This is a whole empty area of nothing. Right, looks like I'm in the area between Kama Silva and Calpheon, so better head back. I think that's just the path I've passed earlier. about time I move more towards the center. Let me just quickly check where this path leads to. I guess this will eventually lead into Kama Silva. Or I guess not. Yeah, let's go back. Oh, so this place is called the Akum mountain range. Okay, so I guess this huge statue is of Akum, whoever that is. How far south can I move from this point? Ah, so there's the monsters. Yeah, the map is really getting massive. I mean, Prolabs did say that their eventual goal is to completely update the world map so that players can run from one end of the map and get to the other end of the map just to return to the same place that they've started from. That's their eventual goal, so to create a complete globe of Black Desert. And yeah, Robin, this is the Korean server. Looks like I'm just passing through Shere Khan's grave again. Is this a new race or humans? Yeah, my horse is gonna get killed at this rate. This place should be safe enough. Okay, can't tell. Their features are completely covered. Is that a face or a mask? Seems like a mask. I'm seeing a lot of player skills here. Or should I say, player character skills. Like Valkyrie Awakened skills, Warrior Awakened skills, and also some primary weapon skills as well. Yeah, Drigan is turning out to be a larger area than I was initially expecting. I didn't even reach this place. Didn't even go close to this area. This place is nice too. If I can just find a more concentrated area. For grinding, that is. Right, so the trash drops are worth 2,650 silver for the monsters here. There has got to be a more concentrated area. Okay, I think I'm getting warmer. Ah, jackpot. Still not quite satisfying yet. The layout sort of reminds me of how the giant grinding spot was. What was the name again? Oh yeah, Gaku Plains. Ah, and more up here as well. Did they add new outfits with the new area? I also heard they're gonna add a new item to help enhancing. I hope it's not a cash shop item. I haven't heard anything regarding enhancing or any new outfits. But I did hear that they've added new crystals, which just adds on to the increasing confusing pile of crystals we already have, but I guess something new is nice to have. Right, so if I go on westward from here, I'm obviously eventually going to end up in Kamasilva. Let's see how much towards the south I can go before I hit an invisible wall. Okay, so this is a basically hunter encampment that got big and eventually started to serve as a border control line. Is there a way up? Not that I can see from here. Ah, alright, let's try look over there. Yeah, I got the strong feeling that I'm going to hit a invisible wall soon from that point. Yep, invisible wall. Right, so this is as far south as I can proceed for now. So let's find a way back up and start moving towards the east. Secret hideout for, I guess, dragon egg poachers. Also, it's obvious this is the same egg model from the Waragon nest in Calpheon. Looks like Kalk also appears in this region as well. Ooh, looking at all the bones here, I guess this place is a nesting area for Kalk. Stop walking on the water, dog. You're ruining my immersion. Cluttered UI notwithstanding. Okay, seeing how I can't interact with this, looks like it's a scroll. This is another scroll summoning boss. Yep. The icon next to my main icon is the new feature for switching characters, like creating a sub character. You know, since it's been already mentioned twice, I think I might as well take the chance to demonstrate its use during this stream, right after I'm satisfied with exploring this region. To be honest, I haven't used the feature myself yet, so it'll be the first time for me as well. Just in case there's a secret cave here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case. There's an invisible wall too. Looks like I'm stuck. Obviously going to reach a invisible wall of destruction as well eventually. Or okay, so I guess I'll have to go over that cliff if I want to hit the invisible wall. Yep. End of the line for this direction. Alright, GPS, this direction is not helping at all. You know what? I think I'll just climb my way up. Ah, stupid invisible wall. All that time spent traversing impossible terrain in the Valencia node wars has paid off. Whoop! I made one jump too many. Crap. You know what, screw this. I'm just gonna find a way around. Is there anything you could tell me about the dragon companion? They were talking about you could make from the boss. I haven't heard anything. I'm not sure about. I haven't heard anything regarding a companion yet. Also, there supposedly is a new crafting recipe for a new type of, well, not so new brand of awakened weapon, which is supposed to be similar in strengths with Dandelion weapons. I'm gonna have to spend some time looking at the developers' notes and patch notes when I have the time, and if I find anything interesting, I'll write something about it and post it on our blog at www.GW. For a moment there I thought I've hit into another invisible wall. So apparently if I want to go east I have to go this way, which probably means if I go this way I'm going to meet a dead end at some point. So let's see where that point is. I guess we're just gonna keep on going south until we hit an invisible wall. Yeah, let's try doing that first before going uphill. And seeing how the mountains on the far side look like they're covered in snow, I guess that's where we'll finally be able to see a giant themed town, and I've already hit the invisible wall. That was a surprisingly sudden end of boundaries. and that underpass over there looks so enticing too. Oh well, maybe in the future. Wonder where this leads to. Another invisible wall. $150. I wonder what kind of level place is it at. Let's see if there's a similar. Kantaros is our 170. Kadri 145. So I guess. All right. So this place is a little up high above Kadri ruins. Excuse me, passing through. I expect this place to be a very competitive grinding spot if the experience gain is good. I mean, because it feels like the monsters here are pretty weak compared to the stat requirements that is given in the map screen, and they're really bunched together in nice tight groups. It looks like these guys have quite a detailed town as well. Then I guess you could stay the same for Kadri runes as well. Screw you. Oh, and yeah, I did the awakened weapon quest for Lan. I just spent a short time on it and saved a recording of it just in case, but I'm not really sure if I'll be able to find the time to edit and upload it. My biggest concern is that it probably won't be worth it at this point, but I mean, let's see how things work out. Okay, so I'm apparently within the area, but I don't see any no signs of monsters. Wait, is this? So these are sewer imps. And no, not sewer, it's swamp imps. And then some kind of tumbleweed elementals. Yeah, I can only tell that they're imps from their names. I mean, their actual features are covered up. Can't make anything out. So I think this is some kind of pathway that leads to somewhere. Let's see where this leads up to. Didn't expect to see NPCs all the way out here. To Shira ruins. What a waste. Must have been a nice place before it became a swampy mess. This is not a path. And seeing how I'm seeing familiar NPCs. I think we're starting to enter Serendian territory. Well, it's getting close to. What's a griffin doing all the way out here? Could that be a Serendian encampment? Let's check that out after I've figured out where this path leads to. Okay, so I guess this is where the Hostro ruins are. Right, if I can figure out where the old Heidel Castle is from here, that's when I'm going to start going back. I suppose it's somewhere around here. Right, so there's Heidel. I guess the castle is somewhere over here. Ah, that must be it. Right, so the area over here should be Glish, and there on the right, as far side we can see Trina Fortress. Right, let's go back and see what that encampment was. So, not surprisingly, it seems like Serendia has taken over the eastern part, outskirts of Drigan, and Kalphon has taken over the western part. Yep, so this must be the lumber mill for the Serendian territory. And at the beginning of the stream, I've passed by the Kalphon lumber mill on the west. And these guys certainly took the more scenic one. Now, if Black Desert was a single-player game, I could definitely see a full-out conflict brewing between Serendia and Kalphon, but since this is an online MMO, the status quo has to be observed, so nothing interesting will ever come out of the conflict between Serendia and Kalphon. Right, I'm still bothered by the fact that I haven't been able to find the node NPC for this region. I want to at least reveal the map before I leave. Yeah, I'm going back to the swamp. Or at least I thought I was. I think I passed this region before, but it can't be the same place, since this is a completely different direction. This way? Oh. That's a bummer. My impressions on Lan's Awakened weapon. I don't really feel comfortable saying my opinions because I've spent such a short time with it so far, but from what little I did experience, it feels like Lan's Awakened weapon is more is more functional compared to a primary weapon. Less unique, certainly, but it controls better and is more functional. It certainly makes up for the lacking traits her primary weapon has. Although, as I mentioned, it does sacrifice on the uniqueness Lan's primary weapon has. I don't think going any more south from here is going to amount to anything. Come to think of it, I'll eventually have to look into the fairy update as well. Yeah, jumping into the water was not my brightest idea. Oh, and in the discussion of OPness, how powerful her awakened weapon is functionally, currently not that powerful. I think there was a brief period, like 1 week or two, where her awakened weapon was powerful, but that ended pretty quickly. And on the other hand, it seems like Mystic is still as broken as ever. Right, so where do I have to go to reveal the terrain? Seriously, what are these NPCs doing out in here? Is there something worth protecting? And it looks like a lot of soldiers are spooked by something. And a lot of the other soldiers are dismissing it as hallucinations caused by the fumes coming out of the swamp. Where do I have to go to reveal the map? I hope the map reveal location isn't somewhere obnoxious as it was for Crescent Temple. So this is as far as I can go. I guess I'll just work on this later. Let's try returning back. Somewhere around here. Right. Did you ever went down beneath Drigan City? Yeah, I did. There really wasn't much there. Just a huge tavern and a small shrine. Well, actually, two shrines. One that was thematic with the region, but one that kind of looked like one of the ancient ruins. I don't think there was any new functional cash items added. Let's see. Just coupons for events. I might as well buy them now, since I'm obviously going to forget in the future. Not seeing any new worker related items. I guess this wagon set is new. Discounts. Oh, I think this one was new. I mean, yeah, of course we do have storage and stable worker space for the new city. No new life skill has been added yet. They did kind of update the processing skill. Ah, so this is the place that... These are the buildings that were close to the dragon's lair. Yep, and they're ruins as expected. Still has a good number of standing soldiers though. I wonder if... the people of the Venkroon were actually on good terms with the Crimson Wolves in the past. It seems like their relation has deteriorated drastically during recent events. What was this sudden frame rate drop? I think it's about time I head back to Heidel. It's getting late and I have to get ready for bed since I have work tomorrow. So I'll get back to Heidel and showcase the character swap function. So that was an easy daily quest. Looks like I'll have to pass by the swamps again. Writing like this reaffirms my position that I'm going to take winding pathways through forests over straightforward deserts anytime. Especially when my speed is limited in deserts. Yes indeed, the new area certainly is pretty. Oh, looks like I'm back where I started. Yep. And here we are back in good old Serendia. On my way, let me just quickly check if I got the details right. Both characters have to be in the same town. Towns like Kusha, Avun, and other are also excluded as an option. Does that characters always share the same location? Using the specific UI, you can do an emergency swap. This function shares the same cooldown as emergency evasion. This function cannot be used in any PvP related during any PvP related activities, and characters that are set to be swapped cannot hold commerce items. Right, so I guess I'm gonna try this out with my... Which character should I try it out with? Right, I'll try it with my Valkyrie. Okay, what now? Any thoughts on DKs? Well, I can. The one thing I can say for sure is that the developers aren't doing anything about it. Anything about Dark Knights. There's barely been any updates regarding Dark Knights. Right. So nothing is shared. Not gear nor horse. So honestly, I mean, it's a interesting function, but I really don't see the point of it unless, like the example that I've given earlier, you have a livelihood character specific tailored for gathering. So you can set that character as the character you want to swap with. So while you're grinding with your main character, if you find some kind of rare gathering material, you can swap to your gathering character and then swap back to your grinding character. So the swapping is on a cooldown. I can use it after 207 seconds. What happens if I just try to... Can't even swap the character normally. Maybe I can do it in town. Can't even change in town. So yeah, I mean, unless you've got a lot of stuff to gather, even the example that I gave previously doesn't work either, since the cooldown is so long. "87 seconds." While we're waiting, might as well open this up and see what I get. Could have the better. Seconds. So yeah, anyway, I previously swapped my character in Heidel, and with my swapped character I moved all the way out into the Naga swamplands. And as long as the character swapping is not on cooldown, if I am to say swap here, my swapped character, who was previously in Heidel, is now over here. But looks like my horse didn't follow. My horse didn't follow all the way here anyway. So what the hell is the point? Okay, so I guess it's a neat feature, but I have no idea why anyone would use it. Great, now I have to walk all the way back to Heidel. Alright, then I guess that's it for today's stream. Midnight already. Better get ready for bed fast. Anyway, so that's it for today's stream. Thank you for watching.